Good morning, students. Today I'm there with the new topic, or I should say, new chapter of class 12. Okay, that is electric potential and capacitance. Before starting this topic, again I would like to talk about this pandemic which is going on. Okay, and I hope all of you are taking care of yourself and your family also, and at the same time you are keeping record of your studies and keeping track of your studies also. Okay, so that you can do better in your future. Okay, so this is chapter 2 of NCERT. Okay, electric potential and capacitance. Now what is electric potential? First thing, electric potential. What is electric potential? I think you have studied in class 10th also. What is electric potential? Very well. Just write the definition first. Electric potential at a point in an electric field. Electric potential at a point in an electric field, okay, is defined as the amount of work done in bringing a unit positive charge from infinity to that point without acceleration. Full stop, comma, is called electric potential at that point. Okay. Now that was the definition. Now let's try to understand the definition first, so that we can get the expression for it. See, suppose here is a charge. This we call as source charge. It is going to produce its electric field around, okay, till infinity. Now, if suppose at the vicinity of this charge, this is a point where you want to find out the electric potential. This point is P, okay, and this point is at a distance R from this charge. And now this is suppose infinity, and you want to bring the unit positive charge from here till here. Then what will happen? Let's see. Suppose this is positive charge. If it is positive charge, then what will happen? Then this will repel this charge, and so you have to apply a force in this direction to counterbalance that repulsion, so that net force acting on this unit positive charge is 0. When the net force is 0, then this charge can come with uniform velocity without acceleration. But what you find, once you are applying force in this direction, as this charge is moving in this direction, the separation between two charges will decrease. As the separation between two charges will decrease, then what we know that the force between them will increase and R decreases as this distance decreases. Suppose this distance is there, okay, infinite distance, okay, let it be x. Distance is there. As distance is decreasing, so force will increase. As the repulsive force will increase, you have to increase your force. So again, it will move ahead. Then again the force will increase. Again you have to increase your force. So in this way, you have to apply variable force. So when you are going to calculate the work done, so this is the case of work done by a variable force, which you have studied in class 11th. That means you have to use integration for it. Clear? Okay. Now suppose in bringing from here to here, how much work you are doing? Suppose you are doing work WP, because in order to bring till point P, you are doing work WP. So potential at point P is given by potential at point P is equals to WP. Okay, that's it. So it is the amount of work done, that is the value of work done, or numerically the work done is equals to potential at that point. You cannot say that work done is potential. No. At that point, whatever work you are doing, that value of work done is equals to potential. Okay. Work cannot be potential, no. Otherwise, you will ask, sir, why their units are not same when work is potential. So both must have joule. No, that's not possible. Work has the unit joule. Potential has got the unit joule per coulomb. Okay, so they are not equal, but means numerically it is equal. Okay, numerically they are equal. Okay. So in order to get the expression, we have to find the work done. Work done in bringing the charge from infinity to that point. Okay. Let's do it. So see, we cannot find the force on the charge when it is at infinity. So we have to find, suppose the charge has come till point A, and point A is at distance x from this charge, source charge q. So how much force will be acting on it? F is equals to, it is K capital Q into 1, second charge is 1, okay, upon x square, and that you can say that how much? K capital Q upon x square. This much force is acting on the charge. And so how much force you have to apply? The same amount of force, and you are applying the force in downward direction. Okay, very nice. Now as the distance will decrease, what will happen? The force is going to increase. So what we will do? We will not move it much. We have taken this charge from point A to point B, and you know, see, from point A to point B, the displacement is very small. Dx is very, very small. Dx, you know, it is how much? The value next to 0. That means 0.0000. Keep on writing. At last, you can write 1. Okay. So it is very, very negligible value. So when this much change in distance is there, then force is not going to change in appreciable amount. So we can say that force is almost constant between A and B. So when force is constant between A and B, then we can apply our formula of work done. So work done will be how? What? dW. Okay. So dW is equals to, what we can write? F dx. Okay. Or we can write, what is F? It is KQ upon x square dx. That is the value of work done. Now, what about the total work done? Very nice. Let this distance be r. From Q to P it is r. Okay. So from where we have to bring that? We have to bring that from infinity to a distance r. This infinity is from Q. This distance r is from Q. So from infinity to r we have to bring this charge. So how much work we have to do? K Q upon x square dx. This much work we need to do. So here K is constant, we can take out. Q is constant. Now this is x square is there. Okay. So what we can do? We can take this x up. We will get x is equal to minus 2 dx. And here it is infinity, and here it is r. Okay. This is the work done. Now we can move ahead. Done this, so that I can remove this. Done. Okay. I'm going to remove it. Only I will leave the last one. Okay. So what will happen? See, W is equals to K Q integration of this. What you will get? You know very well. X raised to the power minus 2 plus 1 upon minus 2 plus 1. Okay. And limit is infinity. Here it is r. Let's see what we are going to get. K Q. What you will get? X raised to the power minus 1 upon minus 1. Infinity to r. Now this minus 1 you can take it out. So you will get what? Minus KQ. Okay. And what you will get this here? It is 1 by x infinity to r. Okay. Because x raised to the power minus 1 means 1 by x. Now you can put the limit. What you will get? First what we do? First we used to put the upper limit. So upper limit is r. So 1 by r minus 1 by infinity. So 1 by infinity is what? It is 0. Okay. So what you will get? The work done is we are getting minus KQ by r. Okay. What I told you, only the value of work is taken. Okay. Actually the expression for force we have taken, no, that force, this expression force we have taken KQ into 1 by r square. Okay. Okay. So according to definition, magnitude of work is equals to potential. Okay. So work we got how much? Minus KQ by r. Okay, see here, we can put it there. So when we are putting this minus k q upon r, this is potential. That means potential is what? It is k q by r. Okay, that's what we get. Because of mod, the minus sign goes, and we get the potential k q by r. Okay. Now, see, you might be wondering, if this source charge is negative, that cannot be negative, we know very well. But if source charge is negative, then it will be attracting this and it will come by itself. So we need not to do any work. No. Just remember the last line of the definition. We have to bring it without acceleration. So if the force is acting, it is getting dragged due to this, then obviously it will come with acceleration. So in order to stop the acceleration, we have to apply the force in the opposite direction. Okay. So we have to apply force in the opposite direction. Now see, if it is a positive charge, then the force we are applying and the direction of displacement of the charge, both are same. When both are same, then what happens? Nature of work should be positive. When the nature of the work should be positive, then potential should be positive. Okay. And when this charge is negative, then we are applying force in which direction? Upward, to balance the attraction, and charge is moving downward. So angle is 180 degree. So work done is negative, nature of work will be negative, so potential also will be negative. I mean to say that in case of potential, we consider the sign of the charge. For plus q charge, potential is k q by r. For minus q charge, potential is minus k q by r. Because potential is a scalar quantity. Okay, potential is electric potential is scalar quantity, and it is denoted by V. SI unit is volt or joule per coulomb. Okay, or what else you can write? Or Newton meter per coulomb. Okay, these are the units, SI units of potential. Okay. Okay. Next heading is potential difference. Okay. Now see, what is potential difference? See, the word itself is stating, no, it is a difference of potential. Now see, this is the source charge Q, which is creating its field around it, and this is the infinity. From infinity we are going to bring unit positive charge from infinity to point A. And suppose when we are bringing this charge from till point A, so work done is WA suppose. So what is the potential at point A? The VA is equals to WA. Rather we can write like this. Okay. Now, when we are bringing this charge to point B, then suppose work done is WB, and that is equals to potential at point B. Okay. Now, when you are asked to find the potential difference, that is VB minus VA. So what is potential difference basically? It is, we can write WB minus WA. Sorry, WA. Okay. So what is this work difference? Work difference is due to this extra displacement. Okay. That means can we say that it is the difference of between these two works is the work done in taking the charge from A to B. Okay. And that's why we don't consider the other things. Straight away what we define, how we define. Please write the definition first. Potential difference between any 2 points in an electric field. Potential difference between any 2 points in an electric field is defined as the amount of work done in taking a unit positive charge from one point to other point without any acceleration. Okay, there should not be any acceleration. So whatever work you are doing, That is equals to potential difference between those 2 points. So I think you got it. Okay, very nice. So that is your potential difference. Now next is, okay, so let us take up a question on potential. Okay, there are 2 points A and B. At point A there is a charge Q1 that is equals to 10 microcoulomb. At point B there is charge Q2 is equals to minus 20 microcoulomb. Okay, and these 2 points are, or these 2 charges are separated by a distance r, and r is equals to how much? R is equals to 1 mm. Very small distance. Okay, and this is the center of this line joining 2 charges. At this point we have to find out the potential due to these 2 charges, net potential. So if you have to find the potential at this point, what you will get? You will get the potential due to the charge which is placed at A, that is, you can say V1 you will get due to this charge, and V2 you will get due to this charge. Okay, so let us write the expression for V1. V1 is equals to K. Q is how much? Into 10 microcoulomb, or first let us write Q1 upon distance is how much? R by 2. Okay, so what we will get? K is 9 into 10 is the power 9. That is the value of K. Q1 is how much? It is 10 into 10 is the power minus 6 because micro is there. R by 2. R is how much? 1 mm. 1 mm means 10 is the power minus 3 meter upon 2. Okay. Now, can we write it 1 by 2 10 is the power minus 3? Let us write like that. 1 by 2 into 10 is the power minus 3. 1 by 2 is how much? 0.5. So what we will get? Let's see. This is 10 to the power minus 6. This is 10 to the power 9. 9 minus 6 is plus 3. Plus 3 and this 10 is there. So plus 4. Okay. So 9 into 10 is the power 4. And what we are going to get here? It is 0.5 into 10 is the power minus 3. Can we take this decimal this side? It will become minus 4. Okay. So 9 upon 5 into 10 is the power minus 4 into 10 is the power 4. Okay. Now this minus 4, 10 to the minus 4, when we will take this 10 is the power minus 4 in the numerator, then what will happen? We will get 5, 9. We have to divide this. So 5 1 is 5, 4 is left. Decimal we have placed. So we will get 1 0, 40, 5 9 is 45, more than that. 5 8 is 40. We got 8 into 10 is the power 4 plus 4, and that is 1.8 into 10 is the power 8. We have what we have found? Potential. So unit is volt. This much volt is the potential at point C due to charge Q1. Okay. Now we need to find out the potential V2 due to charge Q2 at point C. What we will get? Let's see. Again K. K is how much? 9 into 10 to the power 9. Okay. What is Q2? Q2 is 20 into 10 is the power minus 6. Okay. What is R? R is again the same. That is, right, directly I am writing 0.5 into, or I am writing directly 5 into 10 is the power minus 4. Okay. See, this is 9. Okay. This is minus 6. 9 minus 6 is plus 3. Plus 3, this is minus 4. We will go up plus 4. Plus 4 plus 3 plus 7. Okay. So what we are going to get? 10 is the power plus 7. What we have got here? 5, 4 is 20. Okay. 4 9 is 36. Okay. So 36 into 10 to the power 7 we are getting. Can we write it? 3.6 into 10 to the power 8 volt. One more thing. This charge was negative. And I have told you in this that in the case of potential, we have to consider the minus sign. Okay. So this will be minus 4. As this is minus 4, this is minus 36. This will be minus 3.6 into 10 to the power 8 volt. Now what is the total potential at point C? that is equals to, add them, V1 plus V2, and that is, V1 is how much? 1.8 into 10 raised to the power 8. V2 is minus 3.6 into 10 raised to the power 8. So 10 raised to the power 8 we can take common. Okay, 10 raised to the power 8 we can take common. What we will get? Let's see here. Vc is 10 raised to the power 8 we can take common. We are left with 1.8 minus 3.6. So 3.6 is double of 1.8. So what we will get? Subtracting, we will get minus 1.8 into 10 raised to the power 8 volt. This is the potential at point C. So in this way we can solve the questions using this formula of electric potential. Okay. Next topic is electric potential energy. See, when you are talking about the electricity, it's very easy to understand the electric potential. Or mathematically you can understand, you can solve the questions. But in our imagination it becomes difficult to understand. Now, how to understand this electric potential? See, first let us go to this word potential. What does this mean? Actually, potential is not of a body, but it is a potential of a place. Because if charge is there, it is creating its field. So potential of different point is different. So if place has got the potential. Like see, there is two chairs, Prime Minister's chair and Chief Minister's chair of our state. Okay, Prime Minister's chair of our country. When a person reaches to that chair of Chief Minister's chair, okay, then what happens? The person becomes powerful, and the moment he is coming down from that chair, someone else is occupying that. So that person who has come down loses the power. Why? Is it due to that person becomes more aged and becomes weak? Is it like that? No. Because that position, that chair has got that power. And whoever reaches over there gets the same power. Okay. Now, what about the Prime Minister's chair? Same is the thing with the Prime Minister's chair. Whoever reaches over there becomes very powerful, and once gets down, loses the power. Okay, so both have got the power. So is there any power difference? Yes, there is. So their potential, which has got more power? Prime Minister's chair. Obviously, the potential of Prime Minister's chair is high than the potential of the Chief Minister's chair. And that's why when someone reaches to the Prime Minister's chair and others reaches to the Chief Minister's chair, who gets more energy? The person who is on the Prime Minister's chair. Okay. In the same way, my dear children, here is the electric potential energy. If you take a charge and you will keep a charge at a point where the potential is very high, then what will happen? This will require more potential energy. And if you will place it at a point where the potential is low, then it will require lesser energy. Okay. And that energy is called electric potential energy. Okay. Definition is also similar. What we have done in case of potential, we are bringing unit positive charge. But in case of potential energy, what we will do, we will have to bring, this is the suppose source charge. Okay. So we have to bring a charge Q from infinity to any point wherever you want to bring. Okay. That point P. Okay. Or you can say the point A. Okay. Which is at distance R. Or you can better use point P. So while bringing, what we have to do? We have to take an intermediate point A. We have to take an intermediate point B, and the distance is dx. Okay. And we have to calculate. So all the calculations are similar. Only the thing is that instead of unit positive charge, this charge is any charge. Maybe Q positive or negative, doesn't matter. Okay. So we can get the expression for electric potential energy. Okay. Now, if suppose this charge is here at point A, let's say distance from this source charge is x. Okay. So how much force will be acting on that charge? Q, small q charge. It will be K, capital Q, small q by x square. This much force will be acting. Now, again it is the case of work done by a variable force. So suppose it is displaced from A to B by a small amount dx. Then we know that force is not going to change. Okay. It remains almost constant. when remains almost constant from A to B, then we can apply the formula of work done. So work done will be how much? Work done will be W dW, because small displacement is there, F dx. F is K capital Q small q upon x square dx. Now what is the net work done? Net work done, we have to integrate this, K capital Q small q upon x square dx. From where we are taking? From infinity to r. That is the limit. We are taking from infinity to r. That far point is at infinite distance from source charge q, and that point P is at distance r from point charge q. Our reference point is actually the source charge q, okay, who is creating the field around it. Now from here what we can do, q is equals to K outside, capital Q outside, small q outside, okay. Again we are going to get what? X square is there, we can take up x to the power minus 2 dx from infinity to 1. Okay. And once you will integrate this, what you will get? Already we have done the integration for the case of potential. So what we will get? We get W is equals to minus K Q small q upon R. That's what we are going to get. So what is our potential energy? If your potential energy we denote by U, okay, and that is equals to W. So what you will get? K Q small q upon R. That is our potential energy. K Q Q by R. That is the electrostatic potential energy the small q charge gets once it reaches at point P. If you will reach more nearer, then R will be less. Then potential energy will be more. Why? Because at nearer points, potential is also more. And as you are taking the charge further points, you are taking it to the further points only, what will happen? Potential here is less. So potential energy also will be less because R will be greater from here. Okay. So this is the potential expression for potential energy. Okay. Now we will wrote it down and then we will write the definition. We have not written the definition. The amount of work done in bringing a charge from infinity to a particular point in an electric field without acceleration is defined as the potential energy of that charge at that point. Defined as electrical potential energy of that charge at that point. Full stop. It is a scalar quantity denoted by U. SI unit. Oh, SI unit. It's the energy, no? Energy has got SI unit. Yes, it is joule. Correct. It is joule. Okay. So SI unit is joule. Now you got the expression also. Okay. Okay. See, as far as this potential energy is concerned, no, it may be electrostatic potential energy, electric potential energy that we call, okay, or magnetic potential energy, or gravitational potential energy. Whenever an attractive force is there, then potential energy, it may be any potential energy that is negative. And if it is repulsive force, then what you will find? Potential energy is positive. You might remember that in case of gravitation, what we found? The potential energy was how much? Minus Gmm by R. Okay, that's what we got. Why? Because gravitational force is the attractive force. That's why we got minus. We never got positive. Why? Because gravitational force cannot be repulsive. But here, what you will get? If there are two similar charges, okay, both are positive or both are negative. If both are negative, then multiply them. What you will get? Positive. If both are positive, multiply them. What you will get? Positive. So you will get potential energy as K Q1 Q2 by R, and this is positive when there is similar charges, when repulsion is there. Okay, but suppose there is one charge is negative, another charge is positive, then what will happen? Attraction will be there. So what you will get? You will get the potential energy as minus K Q1 Q2 by R. Why minus? Because Q1 minus and Q2 is plus, so multiply them, you will get minus. And this is due to the attractive nature. You will get the potential energy is negative. So don't get confused, remember this concept. Okay. Let us take a question. Okay. See, three charges are there, Q1, Q2, Q3. They are placed at three vertices of an equilateral triangle of side A. Okay. Now, in this situation, what has been asked? Question can be asked in many ways. First, they can ask you question that, first way, what is the total work done in order to separate these charges by infinite distance? This is one way of asking question. What is the total work done in order to separate these charges by infinite distance? Okay. Second way of asking question. What is the electric potential energy of this system? That is another way of asking question straight away. Okay. Third one. What is the amount of work done in bringing the charges from infinity and arranging them as they are? This is third type of asking the question. But answer is same. You have to find out the electrostatic potential energy or electric potential energy of this system. Now how to do that? That I must tell you. See, first suppose you brought this charge Q1. When you brought this charge, there was no any other charge. So when there was no any other charge, there was no any electric field at all. So when there was no electric field, so you don't face any difficulty. It has come without any difficulty. No work was done. Okay, so no problem. Now second, suppose you brought Q2. When you are bringing Q2, Q1 is already there. So you will have a potential energy due to that. So what is the potential energy now due to that? K Q1 Q2 upon, what is separation between them? It is A. Okay. Now Q2 has come. Very nice. Now we are going to bring Q3. When you are bringing Q3, Q1 and Q2 both are there. So you have to work against Q1 as well as Q2. So how much work you have to do against Q1? Let's see. K Q1 Q3. What is separation between them? That is A. See? Now, how much work you have to do against Q2? K Q2 Q3 upon, what is separation between them? A. Okay. Now all the three charges has come. Any other charge? No, not at all. So what is the total potential? Total potential is sum of all these three. So what you will get? Not potential, sorry. It is potential energy. It is potential energy. So what you will get? You can take K common. You can take A common. You are left with Q1 Q2 plus, write it first, Q2 Q3 plus, this is Q1 Q3. Can we write Q3 Q1? Okay. Q3 Q1. So they are in a cyclic sequence, Q1 Q2 Q2 Q3 Q3 Q1. Okay. And this you can write. If it is free space, so you can write 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught A. Or epsilon naught you can write here. You can write Q1 Q2 plus Q2 Q3 plus Q3 Q1. Okay. Whole upon A. Okay. In this way you can write. This is your potential energy. Okay. This is the expression for it. Got it? Okay. With this, thank you children. Keep on studying and take care of yourself. I will be coming very soon with the next video. Till then, thank you.